There are diseases that kill you slowly, and others that end you in hours. But there's one disease that starts with a whisper and ends with your final breath. People call it Legionnaires' Disease. Medicine says it's a lung infection caused by bacteria. But what you don't know is that the first case happened in a place haunted. In 1976, in an old hotel in Philadelphia, over 200 veterans gathered for a conference. Then death began, one after the other. Strange coughing, deadly fever, slow suffocation. 34 died, but some witnesses said strange things. There were voices in the air vents. There was a shadow moving in the bathroom. One of them spoke a language no one understood before he died. What happened after the conference was terrifying. Not only did the death toll rise, but the details surrounding their deaths were unnatural. A nurse tried to treat one of the patients. He entered the room at night and came out terrified. He said, "I heard his voice whispering strange words. But when I opened the door, he had been dead for 3 hours already." Official investigations said it was caused by Legionella bacteria, but those who lived through it had another opinion. There was something wrong with the place. Bathrooms were unnaturally cold. The air, it was breathing on its own. A coroner reported seeing black ash inside the lungs, but he was removed from the case, and his report was erased from official files. The disease didn't appear just anywhere. It always showed up in old buildings. Hotels, abandoned hospitals, psychiatric wards suddenly shut down. When researchers examined the infected locations, they discovered something stranger than fiction. Most of them were built on ancient ruins, or near abandoned wells, or forgotten graveyards. One building in Canada had an outbreak. It was built over the foundations of an old monastery. A hotel in India recorded voices repeating at midnight, "Leave this place." Always the same whisper, the same words. Then someone would collapse, short of breath, followed by complete silence. Are these places just coincidence? Or is there a curse, tied to water, to air, even to the walls? Legionnaires isn't just a viral disease. Its real name in some ancient occult texts, the curse of the Black Breath. Not all the infected died. Some survived, but what they said was worse than death. One was a maintenance worker in a hotel. He said, "I was checking the ventilation system. Suddenly, I felt someone behind me, but when I turned around, there was no one. Just black steam coming from the pipes, and with it, a breathing sound." Another testimony, a woman who lost her husband to the disease. She said, "The night before he died, he woke up drenched in sweat, speaking to someone invisible, saying, 'I don't want to come. Please leave me. Please.' When he died, the machines said it was pneumonia, but his eyes were open, like he had seen something before disappearing. Something? Not from here." A sheikh tried to help. He read Quranic verses over one of the patients minutes before his death. And what happened? The man started screaming in an unknown tongue. The sheikh himself was hospitalized the next day and died in silence. There's something no one talks about. Maybe because they're scared, or maybe because they know the truth, and don't want you to know. Scientists from different countries tried to investigate deeper, then vanished. One of them was collecting samples from infected sites. After his last visit, he never returned. They said, car crash. But the photos told a different story. The car had no blood, no body, just a file labeled Aerial Entity Classified. Some theories claim Legionnaires isn't a disease. It's a breach, a gateway for jinn through the air. Not just any jinn, aerial beings living in the void, moving through ventilation systems, taking over the body, through vapor. The victim believes they're sick, but the truth? Their soul is taken. Only the body remains, breathing black smoke. If you hear a noise from the air vent, if you feel unnatural cold air, if you smell dampness, and you're alone, run, because you're not alone.